One of the things that I learned in one of my classes recently was that ambivalence is the true sign of a mature mind. And I think most, if not all, Stanford students embody that principle. We are not afraid to exist in multiple boxes all at the same time. Hi, my name is Benjamin Zaidel, and I'm graduating this year with Stanford's class of 2024. I was born and raised in Los Angeles, California. My dad was born and raised there, but my mom is actually from Vietnam, so she came to the United States in 1975 after the Vietnam War. I also have two younger sisters, and my youngest sister is coming to Stanford next year, which is incredibly exciting. Last spring, I decided to take a leap of faith and take the quarter off and travel to a monastery in Thailand. While I was there, I didn't have access to my phone, my watch, a computer. I had no conception of time or the work that I had to do. I was simply focused on living and breathing and being with the monks. To me, well-being actually has a lot to do with balance. It's all about learning how to take a deep breath and still your mind. And I think that's incredibly difficult to do in today's world, especially at a place like Stanford. I find myself not being as efficient or even as productive at the work that I want to do and care about because there's just so many things going on in my head. Everything becomes cluttered. There are two concrete things that I would say I do almost every day to keep myself balanced. The first is that I try to wake up early enough to get at least a little meditation in the morning. And then the second thing that I do is try to take different routes to class. I found that we bike around and we get so focused on moving from point A to point B that we forget about how lovely the journey can be in between. I've been extremely passionate about tutoring since long before Stanford, and I was really scared that I wouldn't get the chance to continue practicing that, and that's when I found CTL, the Center for Teaching and Learning, which has allowed me to, for the last 3 years, give free peer-to-peer tutoring in all of the math and most of the physics subjects at Stanford. One piece of advice that I might give a Stanford student is don't be afraid to respond to that random email or attend that club fair or go into San Francisco on a random day with your friends. Those random mini opportunities that come up at Stanford have been, without a doubt, some of my favorite memories. One day I was getting lunch with a friend who competes with the Stanford triathlon team, and he told me about an event coming up called the Stanford Triathlon. I had never really considered it before, but decided it would be a fantastic random senior year activity and threw myself into it with about a month to prepare. Almost every day consisted of running, biking, swimming, and some combination of both, and it made it feel fantastic when I completed the triathlon with my friends. Absolutely worth the challenge. Both of my parents are doctors, so I grew up in a very medical, very quantitative scientific household, and I would say that's actually been a lot of my inspiration for going into bioengineering. I started asking myself, well, my parents are helping people on an individual basis, doctor to patient. Is there a way that I can help people on a more macro scale? I see a world where we have unparalleled access to precision medicine that can help save the lives of individuals on a cellular level and impact the entire world as a result.